Hey, what's up people? Welcome back to CollectiveCraft. Alright, as you can see, what I found here is a nice skeleton spawner. Oh, best not hit it with that. And what I thought I'd do is I'd show you how I set this up to become an XP farm. Right, so first of all what I've done is I've got a bit of a head start here. What I've done is I've cleared out a 9x9 little square around the spawner here. I've also dug under the spawner 3 blocks. This is to allow for when the mobs are moving in the water they can go underneath it. I've also brought the ceiling down to 1 block above it, because when a skeleton spawns, I'll just grab some blocks, or when anything spawns, they spawn with their feet at the bottom of the cage here. So in this way they don't suffocate within the top, and it also stops anything from spawning on top of the cage. Okay, then what we'll do here is we'll place in some water here. It'll flow 8 blocks along here into the 9th block here. Now, as you can see, when we place water here, it's not going to reach all the way. So, what we do is we're going to make a little water extender here. So I'm going to dig 3 blocks out. I want them. Put stairs there. We're going to put a sign in the middle there, right? And when you place your water here, you'll connect with that one. And then when you place your next water on this one, what it does is it just extends the water flow but keeping it at the same level. Then as the mobs come through here, they'll just go up the stairs there. Okay, into this area here. Now this area is going to be the water chute to take them up, the mob evator. So I'll just remove them for the minute. And then what we have here is there'll be water here and here. Okay, and then as they come in here they'll want to jump in the water, so then they'll go up. Okay, we've also got a slab here so that if they're flowing in the water and they're jumping, they can still get through fairly easily. Right, now what you want to do is, before we take this up any higher, we are going to come across here. And what I've done here is I've just going to have glass here which is going to go all the way around so we can actually see the spawner. Inside this room we can have it all down with slabs so that nothing can spawn in here, and we can keep it nice and dark if we want to. We'll also then put some backlighting in here, making sure that it reaches about below 7 by the time it reaches this block to keep maximum spawn rates. Now, as far as making it an AFK farm, what you want to do is you want to be AFK within 16 blocks of the spawner. Okay, if you move out of 16 blocks they will stop spawning. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay in this room here, which is well within the 16 blocks, and we want the mobs, excuse me a minute, we want the mobs to land 9 blocks away from the cage. This means that when they land 9 blocks away from the cage, it will not take up any of their maximum spawn rate for the cage, which is about 16 I think. Right, so what we're going to do is, we've got the cage there, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is where I want them to land. That block there is nicely in line with where they're going to shoot up. Okay, right, so now what I want to do is get on here, check my Y, which is 50. Now, I want these to go up 23 blocks. Okay, so I want to go up to Y73. Now, although skeletons only have 20 hearts, well, they don't have 20 hearts, they have a health of 20, which is your 10 hearts. But if they fall from 20 blocks up, they will not be a one-hit kill, because mobs have to fall 4 blocks before it starts taking effect of 1 block for every health. Okay, so that's why we take them up to the 23 blocks instead of just dropping them from 20. They have 20 health, we want to drop them from 23, that way it will leave them at half a heart so we can punch them here. Okay, now obviously what we'll do is when they're landing here, we'll put a slab up there so they can't see us and we can just punch them away. Or you can put a half slab there and then up there. Okay, right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take this up to Y73, get that sorted out. I will then finish this off as well. All you do is you alternate it between a sign and a water source block, sign, water source block, all the way up, and connect it with this funnel, and that was a really bad jump. And connect it with this funnel. So whilst I'm finishing that off, I'll leave you with a couple of clips which I got whilst I was in the nether, and I'll be right back after. Right, okay, so what I've done now is I've taken that up
to the height
I wanted to, which was 73 blocks on infinite water source here. What I've done is I've alternated sine, water source, sine, water source, all the way up. As you can see, just above my hunger, the air bubbles popping up, going away, popping up. That stops the skeletons from drowning. No, and it will be night time. Right, now when we get up the top here, what I've done is, because it is actually above the land, so what I've done is I've just made a little walkway bit. That's where they're going to fall down, so I've got a sign to stop any water there. And since it was a water source at the top, obviously you can't place another water source there, otherwise they'll get up there and they'll probably have a bit of an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a source there, and then what that's going to do is when they then start coming up this way again, they'll come up, hit there, and then get travelled across. And then the next thing we do is we'll slab that over so they don't burn in the daytime. And with this we've got a nice added feature that anyone who's up the top possibly waiting to use the spawner, or that's travelling by, there's someone down there using it, they'll be able to see the skeletons coming across there. Okay, so what we'll do is, as it's always night time, we'll then head back down here. I need to gather another one of you. I'm missing something. There we go. Right, I will have to go and get some more glass. Right, so now we can get rid of that. And what we'll do is I will go get some more glass to fill this in, and we'll then put the water over there to bring them over here, and we'll test to see whether it works. Hopefully. Right, I'll go get some more glass and I will be right back. Right, okay, got some more glass. First thing I'm going to do, put that in there, and need a bit of cobblestone for there. That one there. That one in there. And then obviously this one, so that they can get over. And we've obviously got our infinite water source here. There we go. Now if we switch that off, and if I get some blocks, that's not the blocks I wanted, and that off, there we go, get rid of that one, nope, right, what we do, ouch, stop shooting at me. Put that off there, and where's that light coming from? Oh right, yeah, no, I've left a light somewhere. Right, go on, get over there. Right, now what we should be able to do is like a slab there. Oh, looks like I miscalculated there.
slightly.
What I want to do is be able to punch them, you see, at their feet. Right, there we go. Seems to be get stuck there. Oh yeah, I see, that one's connecting up to that one there. Right, it's still going. Where's that light coming from? Right, that seems to be working alright so far. What I will do now... Oh, there it goes. Just a glitch it was. I didn't think there was a light anyway. Right, there we go. Now we can just punch them off. We'll probably put a slab in there or raise it up with, say, like some snow. So it comes up higher, so it's not classed as a full block or a half a block. But to be honest, what we're going to do is I'll put a slab across there, and then we'll have a hopper under here or something just to collect all the drops. Just to pretty up a bit. Obviously over here, what we'll be able to do is put a light source there. And then we'll finish this off. Like so. And there we go. I'll go in there, I'll change all them blocks out to stone brick or something. But whilst we're in here, nothing's going to spawn in here. What I'll do is I'll bring this back out so it's level with that. And then what I'll do is I'll put some chests in here for storage, for if people want to store their belongings there, lapis, etc. And then what I'll do is I'll put some light sources behind there with a bit of water in front of them just to reduce the light down. And that should be good. The next thing to do is to put a button over here for an on-off switch. And what we'll do with that is glowstone here, turn that into redstone lamps. What we'll do is we'll have them at the same height as the cage. We'll have 3 on the left, 3 at the back, and 3 on the right. And then I'll get another bit, couple of bits, and then we'll put 4 around the top there. What we'll do is we'll just run there with some glowstone, redstone even. Can't run it with glowstone, can you? Right, so if I get up here, this all needs to be closed in now. No longer using this. And then that should have it spawning full amount. I'll tidy that up in a minute and then I'll show you the finished result. Might put that in the next episode. But as for now, just nice height. And there we go, there's your spawner. All nice and done. Right, thanks for watching people, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Right, and I'm back people. Not quite the end of the episode. What I wanted to do is quickly come back and show you what I've done. Start to put some little details in. Obviously I've got the lights in now, they're running from this button up on the ceiling. This is hooked into a piston T flip-flop. I'll go and show you that redstone in a moment. This light here will be reduced, so it's not coming into the corner of the spawning zone there. In behind these guys there is also, let's get them out of the way, get out of the way. There is also a piston there which has water behind it and glowstone placed a few blocks back, so it reduces the light level as it's coming through. There's also some glowstone behind there to give us a bit of lighting in here. Now, what I'll do is I'll just jump up in here. It's really simple redstone, to be honest with you. I can't do complicated redstone. Anyway, as you can see, the redstone comes along here. It goes on to these blocks which are positioned behind the redstone lamps, and they go all the way round. Up here, obviously the spawner cage is right below there. So we've got 4 lights on the top there, and this is your standard old piston T flip-flop. I've used this because it's extremely reliable, and right there is the input with the button underneath on that block there. Okay, so that's all that. There is one other change which I would just like to show you. Through here. Obviously this is going to be for the enchanting table. When I get some more leather, gotta go and attack the bunnies. Woo! Yeah, so the one other change, oh no, first of all, as you can see, I've changed how it's going in there. Obviously where I had it before, the water was kind of connecting, so it was slowing them up as they went through. Sometimes they get stuck and take a bit of damage. So what I've done is I've just let this water flow all the way in, and then I put the air sign above that water, with the water then alternating between the signs, and hopefully it's daytime, and I'll show you. It's just a quick little change, and it's not daytime, typical. Just a quick little change up top as well, because the water actually came up flush then, and there is a sign on that bit there, so then we could just flow the water across without having to place it up on the top bit there. Okay, so all I've got to do now is swap out all of these blocks for some better decorative blocks, and put in the enchanting table, and then this one will be done. Alright, so that's how I do my XP dungeon spawner cages. Cheers for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Laters.